What's good, YouTube? Welcome back, Kenji Clan, to another video. My name is Kenny Plug. Please sit back, relax, and connect with me while we talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm so excited because this anime has been slept on, overrated, not overrated, overhated, underrated. All because there's some muscular men who like to make feminine poses in this anime. And also some very suspect choice of wardrobe and attire. But if you can look past that, if you can be mature about it and look past that, it's one of the best animes of our time. This is generational, literally. And I was going to go into depth and talk about season by season, but I gotta write that. I gotta take some time out and put a beautiful strip for that. But for this, I'm just gonna give you my thoughts off the top of my head on who the best JOESTARS is. Well, ranking them. I may rank the villains, I may rank the Joe Bros, but we'll see how it goes. We gonna start with the first season, the first JOESTAR, Jonathan JOESTAR. Now listen, Jonathan, he's the worst. He is the worst, and he has the worst season. Actually, season 1 might be better than season 2, but Jonathan JOESTAR is still the worst JOESTAR. And it's not that I hate Jonathan JOESTAR. It's just he's too nice. He's too noble, too pure-hearted. Have you ever met somebody so nice, so kind that it makes them stupid? That's Jonathan JOESTAR. Because how in the fuck does your mortal enemy, Dio, and by the way, I'm a sugar daddy. I will spoil you, so spoiler alert. But how does he send your dog to hell, kill your dad, kiss your girl, steal your girl kiss before you even get to kiss her, try and kill you, and then you hugged up with his head at the end of the season, saying you forgive him or something of that nature? How? How did you forget it? This man has been evil since you first met him, and for no reason. George JOESTAR, the father of Jonathan JOESTAR, gave Dio a home, a chance to live the rich lifestyle, a chance to have money, live in a mansion. And what Dio does, he plots to kill his father and a whole bunch of evil things and turns into a vampire at the end of the series. And then not only that, bro, because Jonathan JOESTAR took it easy is the reason why he's too nice. And it's not that he's a bitch or anything, because he's brave, he's bold, he's a classic 1980s anime hero. That's what he is. That's what he represents. The standard, the classic, the back in the day, the back in my day, the gentleman, what the old niggas love to rant about, how we treated women. I treat my mom with respect. Everybody have respect for each other. But apparently niggas didn't exist, because I didn't see no black people throughout this whole series. I'm not the whole series, but this whole season. And Jonathan went to the hood. No black people. What type of hood is this? The most unseasoned, safe, financially secure hood. Everybody has a good credit score in the hood. How the fuck does that work? But anyway, Jonathan, even though he's brave, even though he's pure-hearted, and he met Speedwagon in the hood and was able to convince Speedwagon to become the star dick rider, the first Joe Bro, just because he was so noble and he wouldn't punch nobody too hard in the face because he wanted the person to still come home handsome to their mom. And the bizarreness, it starts in this season because Jonathan randomly finds a wizard that can walk on water and taught him some magic called Harmon that can defeat vampires. Dio was the best thing about this season. He's evil personified. Some people have no reason to be evil. Some people have no reason to be bad. And those people are why life sentences in jail exist. Because like Dio is like nothing good is ever in his head. It's always like he kicked a dog and killed the man that took him in, then became a vampire. And yeah. But we got Jonathan Joestar ranking in at number 5 for our JoJo star list. And we got Dio ranking in as the number 1 villain of the whole series because he shows up twice and his influence still goes on much after his death in the series. So I'm gonna have to give him that. Speedwagon, even though he did risk his life, but he didn't lose his life. But I'll give him number 1 star Dick Rider. He's the star player on the team for riding the penis of a JOESTAR. Truly an honor for him. But he gets that number 1 spot just because he's rich. And since he was able to obtain generational richness, he was able to help the JOESTARs that come after Jonathan Joestar. And speaking of the JOESTARs that come after the Jonathan Joestar, we got Joseph, one of my favorites.
Go. I ain't never ran from a nigga. No, I ain't never. If I did, cut my legs out right now.
Lil Wayne once said, Weezy F baby, I ain't never ran from a nigga, and I damn sure ain't about to pick the day to start running. That's not Joseph Joestar because he ran from a few niggas. He actually ran a lot. And it's a tactic. See, the thing that Joseph Joestar taught me is that if you're clearly outmatched, nigga, run away, think of a plan, and come back. But Joseph Joestar, the man with the plan, Joestar. Yeah, he differs from Jonathan because he's not afraid to be an asshole. Like with Jonathan Joestar, he didn't have no stank to him. He didn't have no, he was a gentleman through and through. My Jonathan Joestar. Joseph, he's a trickster, he's a scammer, and I like it. And as the generations go, you'll find more and more time goes past, the more and more degenerate that they get. But Joseph Joestar, he's my number 2. Number 5, we got Jonathan. Number 2, we got Joseph Joestar. And to be honest, the Pillar Man, bro, them niggas weren't even strong, bro. Like, I don't like them as villains. I'm not even gonna rank them. Fuck them. Cause they didn't really do nothing but look old up and stretch, bro. They're like, no. There was a dude, a Pillarman with the power to adjust his whole body and just stretch and maneuver into anything. I didn't like the Pillarman. I didn't like it. But Joseph Joestar, you get number 2, baby. This is gonna cause a lot of controversy. But Jotaro, season 3. Jotaro is just a guy. Jotaro is the main character of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's what he is. He's stern, hard, 100% badass. Now we're getting into season 3. That's where stands come in. That's where this anime becomes special. Season 3. JJK has season 2, but JoJo waited a little longer with season 3. This season was so beautiful. It was. Because before then, the fights, they weren't good. Like, it was just like punch here, special move here, special. It was like a video game in anime. That's how they was fighting. But they introduced stands. Stands added a whole new dynamic. Fights were like puzzles, trying to figure out how to beat this guy. Trying to figure out how to beat a sun, which turns out is just a projection, and you could have just thrown a rock at this nigga instead of damn near dying of dehydration. But this season, we get Jotaro Joestar, the main character of everything, the whole series. This man is so badass that his hat don't even apply the laws of physics to itself. This man's hat becomes one with his hair when he puts his on, when he put that shit on. Yeah. And Jotaro is rude as a bitch. Jotaro don't care. Jotaro calls his mom a bitch constantly, like one of those little white boys who is a level 100 school threat, S-tier school threat. Like that's what Jotaro is. And for some reason, all the JOESTARS get all the hoes. I don't know, but it was especially bad with Jotaro. But there's not much I can say about him. There is a lot I can say about him, but I just don't feel like it. So we're going to go ahead and give him that number 3 spot. Yeah. Number 2, Joseph. Number 3, Jotaro. Number 5, Jonathan. Now, season 4. Season 4. Now, this season took place in a small town named Mario. And it's about Josuke Joestar. What do I call him? What's a good moniker for him? Josuke Joestar. Josuke Joestar of the fucked up haircut. That's what I'll call him. But this is Joseph's son right here. So immediately, his personality don't too much differ. It does differ, but it's not much to say. He's more likely to scam. He's more likely to get over more than Joseph. He's a bigger scammer than Joseph, but at the same time, he's just as nice as Jonathan. It's weird. But another thing I want to complain about is when I'm watching the sub, why the hell is the stand names different? Why is it Shining Diamond in the dub, but it's Crazy Diamond in the subtitles? Crazy Diamond sounds so much better. Matter of fact, it's not even Crazy Diamond in the subtitle. I have to hear this nigga say Crazy Diamond in Japanese, and it's sitting up there in the subtitle saying Shining Diamond. I'm like, hold up. That's not what he's saying. This nigga he spoke English for like 0.2 seconds. That's not what he said. So now it got me confused on if you're telling me the right shit on the sub. But we're not going to get into that too much. But I liked the season more than Josuke. So that's why he's getting number 4. But Kira is right behind Dio for the villains in the series. We're not going to focus on Joe Rose anymore because I'm done with dick riders, to be honest. But next, Jureno Joestar, the Gangstar. This was the best season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Jureno, he gets the number 1 spot because Dio is his dad, but at the same time, Jonathan is his dad. It's like running a train on a girl, and somehow you're both the dad. But Jureno, he's the suspect demon, bro. I thought he was gay at first, but nah. That's just how they are in France, bro. That's just how they are in France. When you go to France, niggas wearing thongs, G-strings and shit, grown-ass men that like women showing off their ass cheeks is crazy to me. But you can't do nothing but respect it, bro, because golden experience, fuck a golden win. Golden experience, I still don't all the way understand how that works. But how the fuck? See, I don't like Requiem stands too much. I don't like them like how. Let me expound on that. I like them in the series, but to have one, nah. Because what you mean, my stand got a secret technique and he's not gonna tell me about it? What the fuck do you mean my stand is just gonna grab an arrow and walk away from me, not listening to me? Yeah, that's crazy. But in this season, everything came together from a writing perspective. The teamwork, he perfected writing the loss of somebody. The character depth is way hard, bro. Butarachi, fuck. Bro, he was dead like halfway through the season, but Giorno's power gave him longer to live. So even though he was alive, he was still dead. We knew he was gonna die, and it was just, oh my god, bro. He was doing something with our hearts on that one. He was doing something with our hearts on that one, bro. Yeah. This was special. This was special. Like I said, if y'all enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments if you want me to write out a whole video. It'll probably be like 30 minutes going over all the seasons of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, including season 6. But before I let y'all go, let me remind you of my ranking. First, we got Giorno. Second, we got Joseph. Third, we got Jotaro. Fourth, we got Josuke. And in very last place, we got this nice ass nigga, Jonathan. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Love you. Peace.